Hey everybody, Hubie and I have finished season 1 of the Apple TV Plus? Whatever.
It's a separate tab.
Yeah. Silo. And we're going to talk about it. But yeah, so full spoilers and everything. So if you haven't seen Silo, go get it. Go watch it. It's marvelous. We loved it. We haven't read the books. But yeah, this is your final warning. Spoiler mode starts right now.
Spoiler mode, final warning, spoiler mode, activated.
Yeah, so Silo, dude!
Obsessed. The Yellow Jackets levels for season 1. Season 1 of a show.
Yeah.
This is as good as it gets for me.
Yeah.
Like, this is, I've never, like, it's rare that this feeling happens when a show hits. And not only does it start incredibly, but it ends incredibly.
Well, yeah. Season 1 did.
Yeah.
And I think that owes a lot to the fact that it is based on books.
Yeah.
It's funny, though, because over the years, I think the first book is called Wool.
Got it.
Referencing the thing they use to clean the thing.
Okay.
Or the wool that is over your eyes. I don't know.
Double meaning.
But anytime I hear people talk about the books,
yeah,
they're always kind of mid on them. They're always like, the people I'm thinking of have been like, yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
They were cool. No one's ever, it's never been like a glowing, you know.
Got it.
But this show
is top tier.
It works so well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to preface this. We haven't read the books.
No.
So we don't know what happens after season 1.
Every single thing's based on a book, I feel like.
Yeah. We don't know what happens after season 1.
Yeah.
So
no clue.
Who knows? I'm sure the books have already solved all the things we're going to be talking about in this.
Like Expanse.
So you might think we're all silly geese over here talking about things we don't know.
Yeah.
But we're just in beautiful little baby cherub show
I bet you like
land.
4 humans watching have read even any of the books. I bet you not one person has read them all. I guarantee you. There's no way.
Not one person watching this?
Has read all the books, all of the Wool books.
I think there are like 3.
You're a maniac if you have, and I respect you.
What the fuck? Reading 3 books is not hard.
It just seems very specific because it's not some huge
They're
series.
popular?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, we're just going to be talking. I say
know.
all of this to just say we're not going to be talking about the books because we don't know nothing about no books.
No.
We're going to be talking about
read.
season 1 of Silo, Apple TV.
Yes.
Rebecca Ferguson.
10 out of 10.
15 out of 10.
This show was flawlessly planned and executed.
Yeah.
There was such, like, and obviously because the source material maybe, but just the way that each episode focused sometimes on a different character or a different problem, like each episode felt like its own event.
Yeah.
There were a couple maybe in the middle there when things started to get really crazy where it was like, okay, maybe we can like group these couple ones together.
Yeah.
But for the most part, each episode was so clearly defined and it added so much to the story. Like after every single one ended, I was just like, oh my God, there's more to think about now.
And watching it week to week was painful. I was just like, especially when she like jumped off the thing because the show starts off with what's her name as I can't remember. I can never remember this actor's name.
I don't watch that comedy stuff.
Yeah.
But I know she's from a comedy.
Sheriff's wife, whatever.
Yeah.
Anne or whatever. Rashida Jones, is that right?
That seems right.
Whatever.
That seems correct.
We should look it up.
Look it up.
But like the fact that she's in episode 1 and you think she's the main character.
Yeah.
And then she goes out to clean and like you don't know if that means she's dead. Like, is she actually dead? Is is the image on the screen fake?
Yeah.
Like, what do we know? And then then the guy sheriff takes over.
And I loved when she met up with Wilkins or whatever.
Yeah, George Wilkins.
Yeah, I love just that whole mysterious vibe early on, Isla. I was so hooked from the jump.
And like, so then the next episode, you think, okay, this guy's the main character.
He's the main character.
And Rebecca Ferguson will become important later because she'll whatever. And he's like the main character of the show for like 2 episodes or something. Yeah. And then he goes out to clean.
I know.
And then Rebecca goddamn Ferguson just takes over. And it's just like, because they did it that way.
Yeah.
It added
so
was
much
like,
stakes.
she could die at any time.
Yes.
Like,
Big
main
time.
characters of this show disappear.
Because then Will Patton, who gives one of the absolute best guest roles ever. Oh my God, Will Patton in this.
Which one's Will
Sheriff's
Patton?
deputy.
Oh, I love him.
He gave one of his best performances he's ever given. The
Deputy
humanity,
Mars, yeah.
the humanity he injected in the couple episodes was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Him and the mayor.
Oh my God.
When they're going on the journey to the dude.
And they're
that
like-
was one of my favorite episodes
I loved
of
it.
the year.
And they're like in love, but like have never told each other.
Oh
and they're
my
like,
God.
What is that? Autumn Love or whatever? Loved it.
Incredible storytelling. And just like, I love when a little story like that
Yeah.
is it's like hidden away in the grand story of it all, you know? It's just
Yeah.
this little extra element, their little love story. And it was just so powerful, Isla.
Yeah. I love and the mayor, the way she played it,
Yeah.
the way everybody plays their roles. Rashida Jones, yeah.
Rashida Jones.
And then David Oyelowo.
Yeah. Tim
the-
Robbins.
Tim Robbins. Like and the
Creepo.
lady who plays the mayor,
Yeah.
Mayor Johns, like she played it so well because like those first couple of episodes you're like, are you sketch?
Yeah.
Like, are you chill? What's
Yeah.
going on? Like everyone loves you, but are you corrupt, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Are you on the take?
are you on the take? And then like and then you find out like, no, she's actually like good, and then somebody fucking murders her. Like
Totally.
the body count in Silo,
It's
dude.
starting to escalate.
High.
Yeah.
Like fucking like 6 people
Yeah.
get murdered.
and again, because the show is so awesome, and like you said, with the first 2 characters, those stakes were so high, so every body
Yeah.
was a big deal.
Was a big deal.
It was not just some disposable body count. When someone goes down, it's like you feel it. You as a viewer feel it, and you feel it for all the residents of the silo.
Yeah.
Like this is important.
I think that you've touched on something there that I think is really important about this show and why it's so successful, that the world building and the reality of the show is so well done, I thought.
So well done.
Because like they effortlessly introduce you to all the kind of little parts of the silo as the thing goes on. Like, oh, okay, here's the garden level. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
here's where the maintenance people work. Oh, here's the IT people. Like,
The down deep.
yeah, and even the things that have questions have answers. You're like, like up front, you're like, why do they have such a dedicated IT team? You know, and it's like, yeah,
Tim Robbins was so good because I was like, you're sketch. Oh,
Yeah.
no, you're actually chill.
right.
Oh, wait, I think you're sketch.
Yeah.
Like, Tim Robbins played it so well.
And then when he finally like his heel turn was like, I can't
At
tell
that
if I
point,
loved it or if
yeah.
it was too on the nose. Like,
I think at that point, like right before it, we all knew.
Mm-hmm.
But like, they did a good job in the middle of making you think he was maybe on her side.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's about as good as they could do with modern audiences being so smart.
the thing that made me not trust him though early on when he said, because he kept making a point of saying, I don't want to be up here very long. You know, that seemed a little
Yeah, you're
performative
right.
to me.
You're so right.
And then when he said, I'm going to drink up as much of Mayor John's liquor as
Yeah.
I can while I'm up here,
That was a very noticeable line.
that's just like shitty guy energy. That's
Yeah.
like, you're just a shitty guy.
You're gonna
dude.
just
You're just
steal
a
all
bad
this?
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
it's a selfish play.
so that line made me like distrust him a little bit. But then still, even at that point, I was like, maybe you're just a dick.
Yeah.
Like,
He was drinking heavily.
yeah. But just taking the dead
Taking it
woman's
all.
alcohol, like, because
Exactly.
it's so rare, you
It's
know?
so rare. It's like you're drinking liquid gold at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's crazy too, because it's like the differing amount of how much people know,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like, how much does he know? Because clearly he knows a lot about the
Yeah.
silo.
More than Common, even.
More than Common.
And
even.
Common is the fucking goat. Please
When
come
he-
back to John Wick, Common. I'm begging
my
you,
God,
man.
yeah.
I'm begging you, man.
When he told everyone to turn their eyes and he was like, even you, and like, forget what you just saw. And
Yeah.
Common looked
Common's
like
face when he was
pissed.
looking away too, just
Yeah.
like, yeah,
I thought he was going to turn around.
yeah. I know. I thought there'd be like a little.
Yeah. And like, God damn it. Just like, I know this is an incredibly unstructured conversation so far,
Yeah.
but like, the way I thought like the show could have very easily been annoying with its class commentary because it's like literally the lower classes
Yeah.
are lower. But I
Totally.
thought that stuff was handled like pretty well.
When they introduced the mids, I really, it just again further building that world out. It was so amazing because it's like, oh, they're in the middle, so they don't have to travel that far. So they're
Right.
kind of just like chill with everyone, and
Yeah.
they're doing okay because they're just in the middle. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is good.
And it's like they did a good job when Rebecca Ferguson first took the job.
Yeah.
That her like one of her deputies was like basically racist against her or
Yeah.
like classist, I guess, for like what do they eat in the down deep, you know? And she's
Totally.
like same as you, but maybe more salt, you know? Like
yeah. There was a really good line too when I think her partner was
baby.
like,
I think she said babies.
yeah, I think she did. When her partner was like, he was like, yeah, you know, don't piss off those IT guys or those engineers because they need to like, you know, if you ever need something fixed. And she's like, yeah, in the down deep, we fix it ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of him, dude,
He was so good.
I love the deputy guy.
Syndroming.
He's got the syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember his name. Why can't I remember anyone's
I don't know his
name right
Too
now?
many names, too much content. Watching 9 shows right now. That's not an exaggeration.
What are you watching?
9 shows.
List them all while I look for
Secret Invasion, Black Mirror, The Witcher, Catching Killers, some other show, The Walking Dead, Dead City, The Bear. I just finished Class of '09 and Silo.
Paul Billings.
Nice. Billings, yeah, Billings.
Played by Chinaza Uche.
He was
who
amazing.
I really like. Yeah.
Incredible.
Like
Straddles that line.
straddles that line
Of
and
like company man, but also loyal to your people.
right.
Yeah.
And like what I really like about him is like he's a good man.
Yeah.
And like that's what a good man would be in this world. He would be torn between the rules
Yes.
and loyalty to actual people.
Yes.
And like I think he's learning that the rules are maybe not looking out for you. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
the ending.
The ending. Well, I really like just the mystery to get there.
The mystery to
I
get
thought it was
there.
doled out so well because
Yeah.
we talk about mystery porn
Yeah.
all the time and how it can be so annoying, like Westworld.
Yeah.
And just, you know, kind of meander and give you too many questions. And I think this was a master class in not only giving you answers, but not raising additional questions,
Right.
but instead focusing on just the humans and
like,
the world.
It's just better. It's just better written because like the mysteries that I don't necessarily need answers for are
Yeah.
character things.
Yeah.
Where it's like, why doesn't Walk specifically want to come out of her place? I don't really
Gosh, she was
need
amazing.
to know that.
Yeah.
Like I know enough. Like she had her partner previously. They had a breakup. It didn't go great, and she hasn't come out since. Like
That was so
that's
intense.
enough information, right? Like
When
I'm.
she went out, dude.
Oh my god. And like great like LGBTQ representation there, where it's just like that's just her thing, and it's not like
Yeah.
a whole big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Like and nobody cares.
No, yeah, just
Like
her person.
I really like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like how she was clutch to everything. We'll get to it, but like that kind of stuff I'm great with, and that's I think good mystery is like because you don't need to know everything about a person's character, like
Totally.
their why and how, but the mechanics of the story, yeah, you got to have a goddamn answer in mind when
Yeah.
you put something in the mystery box. And I think
Yeah.
that this show could so very easily have been irritating because of the dramatic irony,
Totally.
but like they give us just enough.
Just
like
enough. Like when they reveal the cameras and the people
Yeah.
are watching, it's like we assumed that, but then they
Yeah.
reveal it like
Yeah.
halfway through. It's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like even the nature of outside,
Yeah.
because we see
Right in the
people-
beginning
right,
showing
first
that.
episode, yeah. Like first episode, we see someone going out.
That was essential. Yeah.
and like they see something different than what this camera is showing.
Yeah. That was so great.
And then they still die though.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And I know you and I both assumed,
Yeah.
I assumed the entire episode, the entire series, that they were poisoning the air in the suit.
I thought the tank on the back.
I thought
was
the
just
tank in
pumping
the back was
toxic
pumping in
fumes.
toxin
Yeah.
because he knew exactly how long they had to live up there and then they would die.
Yeah.
And like I was hoping that Sheriff not Nichols, the other one. Why is it so hard for me to remember?
I know
everyone's
these names. Billings, Nichols, and
Yeah. David Ayala's character. Holston. Sheriff
Holston's
Holston went
pick.
out and he was like trying to get the suit off.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they intended for us to think the air
forgot he
in
tried
the
to do
suit
that, yeah.
was poisoned. So
Where
I
the
guess
hell
he
are
is
they?
dead.
Where the hell are they?
Well, that's the crazy
Where
thing
the
is,
hell are they?
where are they? Because
Where
their
are they?
bodies weren't there when she got there. So
And what the hell was Tim Robbins muttering about? Like, she knows.
she knew that it was a projection
Yeah.
in her helmet.
Yeah.
But I love the way they plant the seeds for stuff. Like, this is how you do a good mystery, right?
Yeah.
They mention the heat tape way up front, and like we just think it's Tim Robbins being petty toward someone in the deep
Yeah, I
down,
didn't even
from the
like
down deep.
get. I was just like, wow, dude.
Right.
Wow.
Like the fact that, and like Walker, when she was like, why would they freak out so hard about the heat tape, something that doesn't matter
Yeah.
unless it matters?
Yeah.
And like that's the key line of the whole
Unless it
thing.
matters.
Because like every part of this is just, I mean, it's a panopticon basically. Like it's all about control and like having a few wardens man the whole prison, through surveillance. But there's so many little threads that keep me invested, like Holston putting the flowers in front of his mirror intentionally.
Yeah.
How did he know about cameras?
Yeah.
Why was he blocking them from watching him?
Did he look at the hard drive?
Or was
no?
she putting the flowers there? His wife, maybe.
Yeah.
No, he never. Well, we didn't specifically see.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
if he did or not.
Yeah.
He hid it.
Yeah. That hard drive. 10 out of 10. Is that a MacGuffin?
Yeah, kind of.
10 out of 10.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Top 10 MacGuffins.
Top 10 MacGuffins. But it's a MacGuffin done right, where it's
Yeah.
like not stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
Find that hard drive.
yeah.
Dude, when Tim Robbins like shattered it, I was
know.
so
I was like,
mad.
no!
Yeah.
But like the fact that Holston would hide it in with that lady who was a flamekeeper,
Yeah.
like, and they were drugging that lady to keep
That
her
was
like,
crazy too. The fucking birth control
nuts.
storyline.
Oh my god!
Ian Glenn in there?
Ian Glenn was so great. Like
What the hell, dude?
faking birth control removals for people. Like,
Insanity.
it's crazy.
And so well done. It was
Yeah.
just so well written and well acted.
yeah.
Just felt natural.
And I thought that like it was really powerful when they saw a children's book with color photos of the world, and
my
they've never
God.
seen that before.
Yeah.
They don't know
When
what the
Billings
stars
takes out
are.
one page.
Yeah.
He ripped
What
the
page did he
out.
take?
Yeah.
What page did he take?
Forest or
And
water
why?
or something. Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, who knows?
Probably to
'Cause
show his kid.
But it's like
Or
that's,
proof?
That's so crazy to right, or like an insurance policy maybe.
Yeah.
But like that moment exemplifies Billings because he burned the book, he burned the relic.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do: destroy the evidence because it's dangerous for the silo.
Yeah.
But he took something for
this is-
himself.
yeah.
He took a little bit.
What a good character. Oh my god.
Oh my God, Billings, dude.
Yeah.
And like, but now they've got something on him because they know he has the syndrome.
Yeah.
Common knows, you know, like.
And the dude from Walking Dead, I forget his name, that Nichols was almost romantically involved with. The dude looking at the stars.
Oh yeah.
He gets like 10 years in the mines.
Yeah.
Like, what is that bullshit?
Brutal, dude. Brutal. And he didn't. He did everything right.
God,
I mean,
that hurt.
It's just to solidify like the fascism of this.
And Tim
thing.
Robbins is like a piece of shit villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The villain. That's what I think is good. Is like, I mean, Nichols. She's an amazing protagonist because
Incredible.
she's
Belter vibes.
but she starts out like
Hard
purely
ass.
selfishly driven.
When they repair that generator,
I mean, that
was
was
an
amazing.
incredible episode.
But like the only reason she takes the job is to find out what happened to her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And like she doesn't really care about any of that other stuff until slowly she does.
Yeah.
And like she is a good person, but she's just hardened, you know?
Yeah.
I loved that Holston put her up for the job.
Same.
Like that's so cool.
Same.
Because he just saw it in her, I think. Like, oh my God.
I think another really strong point in this season that added so much good character drama and so much to her character was when she met Wilkins' ex
Yeah.
And she was like, yo, all Wilkins does is like use people, blah, blah. And just like her doubting her
pain.
mission
Yeah.
for a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Just, it was so well done.
The pain on her face when she
Yes.
heard that was palpable. Yeah.
And it was such a good dynamic of like, well, now she's into this mission so deep. Does she just see it through?
Well, the damage is done by that point,
Yeah.
basically. Like, yeah.
So I just loved all that. It added so much to her character and like just really good drama without like adding unnecessary mysteries or whatever. Because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe he was a scumbag, like, but I don't need to know. Like, maybe he was using her.
Yeah.
But then, of course, we find out that, you know, he did fall in love.
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, I liked in that video that he does say, like,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, I was just going to use you to get
Yeah.
into maintenance and get into this tunnel and stuff. But then I fell in love with you. Yeah. And it was like,
when she's like, when they're all three of them watching, and then like,
and then the guy's like,
he's like, come on,
get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. That was really nice. That character is really good. Like, 10 out of 10 side characters in this show.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is doing a great job.
Yeah.
I think Billings' wife
even like
maybe hammed it up a bit, but
the judge.
Oh my
she
God.
was barely in it. She
I
had
loved
an
her.
insane impact.
and they're like, she's sick, but like
Yeah.
there's something else going
Yeah.
on there. Like, are they drugging her? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck's going on? And like the fact that she's a patsy in this whole thing too.
Yeah,
Like, she
that
has
was-
no power.
that was
Like,
incredible, that
That was
reveal.
a really good
Yeah.
reveal.
That
when
was-
she was just like, I can't. Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, and then like there's that cool middle ground where you're like, okay, Common's the big bad. Like, he's
Yeah.
pulling the strings, he's in charge. And then
Common
you're like,
hype.
oh nope, it's Tim Robbins. Like, he
Yeah.
is the guy. Like, he is.
And it's like, is Tim Robbins talking to other
Other silos, like
silos? Do we ever know what's under the water?
Well,
Tim
I
Robbins almost
assume-
seemed confused by it.
when she said big door,
Yeah.
big steel door, he looked
yeah.
confused.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked confused. I think. Here's my guess, and
Yeah.
like people who've read the books,
Yeah. Don't at me.
Don't tell us in
Don't
the
at
comments.
me.
Don't tweet at us.
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet if I want to read the books or not. I might listen to the audiobooks.
I know. Now we had writer's strike. Now we
I
gotta wait
know,
a
like
year at
if
least.
we have to wait like 100 years for the show, I might actually cave and read the books. My guess is the doors on the bottom connect all the silos, but
so good of a theory because
Yeah.
they were all so close
They're
to
all
each
pretty
other.
close to each
that
other.
would make 100% sense.
so I think that the founders or somebody's second plan. I'm assuming my assumption at this point is because of what we learn at the end.
yeah.
That when she goes out and they've replaced the tape, that's why she lives, because the whole thing is made with the tape and the heat tape, and she's like, what if it is a big deal because the tape is faulty. So we both assumed that
Yeah.
the suits were poisoning you.
Yeah.
No, the air actually is fucked, and they just intentionally put faulty tape on the seams so that you die from exposure from that. But Walk gave her good tape, so she has, I don't know, infinite time, but she has time to get
Yeah.
somewhere else. I assume she'll go to a different silo.
Different silo.
But, like-
that'll be so crazy to see how different
See
they
how
are
different they are.
too.
And like, I assume it's like the vaults in Fallout where like some of them are probably everything went bad. Like, they've been in there
Yeah.
for 100 plus, like
Yeah.
200 something
oh my god,
years,
there's gonna be
300
like
years.
freaking Mad Max ones.
Yeah.
Where it's just like
I mean, there'll definitely be some where they're all dead.
Yeah.
Like, there'll definitely be some where they've all gone cannibal or feral
Yeah.
or something. Like, who knows? I don't know. But I assume, my guess is that the founders or somebody knew the air would probably never be good again, or would be so long that whatever, that like a phase of this whole thing was meant to be like, let's make each silo independent for 200 years.
Yeah, you have
Then we
better
can-
odds that way, I feel
Right,
like.
right. Yeah, better odds. And then if we want to, we can connect them and have like a big, huge underground
Yeah.
city. Like, or like nation, I guess.
Yeah.
So then that begs the question, that leads me to believe that Tim Robbins thinks their silo is the only one. I think he
Yeah.
thinks that this is I think because he has real King of the Castle
Yeah.
kind of vibes. Oh,
But
no, wait.
his
His
keychain though,
keychain said
18, right?
on
So
it.
they're at the 18th silo,
And
maybe?
it's a shape of a silo.
yeah.
I was wondering what that 18 was, and I bet you that's what that was. Yeah. What did that key open?
It opened the door to when he shut off the feed for her outside. So she was seeing the nice pretty trees and everything, and then he freaked out, he bounced, opened a door with that,
Yeah.
and then pulled shit out, and then she saw reality.
So then he must know Because I think there were references to he said like they or somebody else was saying something, and like the fact that his key fob that said 18 was blinking.
Yeah. So he probably knows there's other silos.
So they must be in communication with each other.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, the confusing thing that was that hard drive was also called 18. So that's what maybe that was an intentional misdirect.
Oh,
maybe it's 81
was,
instead of 18.
It was maybe
81.
the hard drive for that silo.
For our silo.
Yeah. Because it was like
that's
the
a good
big
idea.
18 drill machine.
Yeah.
There's like each
Yeah.
drill machine or whatever.
It'd be interesting to go back and see if that drill had a number on it.
Yeah.
If it said 18 or 81 or whatever.
What do you make of the destroyed city in the distance?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone potentially lives out there, or it's just showing that the world is effed?
Has been destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we are to believe, it seems from the information we have that the air is toxic.
Yeah.
So, unless it's just toxic above the silos.
It's just like, when it ended, I was just like, oh, crazy city. I wonder if she's gonna go there. And I'm watching for like a good 10 seconds as it's like dramatically music swelling, panning out. And I'm like, hey, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We're just like noticing all the silos. It took me like 10 seconds.
It was. I'm glad they held that shot for so long because, like,
what?
They are subtle because you only notice them from the ring of like dirt around them. But yeah, the shot, like, it'd be interesting to go back and count them.
Oh my god!
It's scary to look stuff up for this show though because people always pepper in like stuff from like the books,
totally,
you know.
Totally.
But like, yeah, what a crazy
top tier.
And like,
if
the big steel door on the bottom doesn't link to the neighboring silo, then what is it?
Yeah. What a creepy mystery.
Because it would be
10 out of 10 creepy mystery. A door just buried underwater.
Right, underwater.
You're
terrifying.
Your fear.
Yeah. I was sort of like dreading that she was going to go out that way.
Yeah.
But like, that's what's so weird about it is because George Wilkins was
Great
like, I
character.
found what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Meaning he found the door, but he couldn't get it open. But she's a mechanic and he assumed she could.
Yeah.
But then he still directed her to that one cleaning, the footage of that one cleaning, which is the fake. I liked that reveal when she saw the exact
birds.
same birds.
I noticed on the birds. I was like, yep.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, this isn't
V-shape,
real.
The flying V.
Which is also crazy because it's like the layers of psychological manipulation. And like, I was wondering like, why does everyone clean?
Yeah.
And it's like, because they don't know about cameras.
Yeah.
They don't know how any of this stuff works. They probably go out, see that it's crazy green, and think, okay, well, it was gray, and
Show everybody.
maybe I need to clean it so that the color comes through,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, they don't know how
They have
this
no
tech
idea.
works. They call it a sensor. Like, so maybe that's why, but like, that's fake. It's manipulation just to make them do that,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, it's so crazy. And it's also just like such a depressing act of like fascist group control to let everyone watch them die.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I love that guy in the Down Deep, the like main maintenance guy in charge. He was epic.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's in like the
Nash
kind
or whatever
of
the hell his name
the whole Down Deep crew is a fucking 10.
Yeah. The
Down with Judicial.
dude,
Take him out.
It's
Fucking
crazy.
Secret police, dude.
Well, it's
so
weird.
Sketch.
It is weird too because it's like, why have both a police force and judicial?
Yeah,
because
to
like
hold each
they're,
other.
I guess it's checks
But
and balances.
But then they went
like,
into the whole thing of like, we work for Judicial.
yeah. So it's just like
We answer to the judge.
yeah. So it's crazy. I don't know, but
Let's hope there's no sophomore slump,
yeah,
because part of it, and in part of Yellow Jackets season 1 too, was just how fresh it was.
Yeah.
How every single episode adds to just like the world and the mystery and stuff. And then season 2, like that stuff doesn't necessarily hit as hard.
Yeah.
Because we're a little more acclimated, you know. So
well, and it's rough because in the case of Yellow Jackets, like it could get bogged down in a storyline that like perhaps we don't care about.
yeah.
This it seems like they're metering out the way that things are so like deftly paced.
Yeah.
Like it seems like the scope of it has just widened just a bit more, you know, and I think that it'll offer more interesting stuff and like a whole heap of new characters, I guess, in these new silos.
Silo.
And
We're
like
gonna get like a Desmond Lost situation. Cold open season 2.
someone who's been alone.
We're in a silo and it's a different one.
Different silo.
Yeah.
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 Hell yeah. You're so right. You're so right. It's gonna be like following like a kid or a porter
Yes.
up the stairs or
Yes.
something, and then like they'll be like, Mayor, like there's someone outside or something.
Oh my god. Oh,
But
we're gonna have to wait so long.
you'll think it's our silo, yeah, up until that moment.
Oh, it's a painful wait. It's gonna be a long time. I'm gonna say a year. I'm gonna say summer next year. We're gonna see this show.
Yeah,
Like
it's been approved. Season 2 has been approved. I don't know if they're shooting or not yet, but like writer's strike, probably not.
My favorite new show of the year.
Oh, I loved
New
it.
show.
I loved it.
Yep.
Anything else? I mean, it feels like there were so many. Pardon my yawn. There were so many just like sweet ass little moments.
Yeah, like awesome police procedural
Yeah.
vibes when she's just like cracking the case,
Yeah,
trying to, you
yeah.
know,
Like
and then
planting evidence.
yeah, just a little romance. Loved, Will Patton and the mayor. That was really like probably my favorite.
He's
part
the
of
stars guy. The guy looking at the stars.
No.
Or Will Patton is the
Patton
deputy.
and-
Yeah. Oh, their romance. Yeah.
romance was like legitimately maybe my favorite thing in the whole.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
Season.
His little picture of her that he drew.
It was
Oh
just
my
incredible,
God.
and like, dude, that fight too. Remember, he like
fight?
gets
Oh,
home
yeah.
and there's someone
The
in his
guy with
house.
the shotgun. Yeah.
God.
And it's like that was that guy, right? The judicial guy. He
Yeah.
just sent him up there to take care of him.
Yeah. When Common throws that judicial guy over, gives him
Yeah.
the whole story.
I was like that one. I was like,
Common.
I knew this is good. I know this is. Like as soon as he said I'll make you my shadow, I'm like, this
Yeah.
guy's toast. Like, he's going over, dude. He's going over.
I don't think
Crazy. The reveal of George Wilkins
jumping
himself.
That was crazy.
But like, what's really crazy is that manipulated footage, because like they clearly can manipulate
Yeah.
footage to a
But
certain
it
extent.
seemed like maybe they didn't have time to do it because it was like, yo, just boot that up, maybe. Because
Yeah.
like she asked for it and then she saw it pretty quickly.
Well, no, he was like, let me show you something or whatever.
Yeah. Well, because she was like, yo, I'll
Yeah.
go along with
if
this
you
whole,
show me
I'll
what
turn
happened.
myself
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
go
yeah.
outside, I'll do the whole thing if you show me what happened. And they like pretty much went straight there to like
But like
see it.
that's the thing, because like the 18 key that he
Yeah.
has is pretty conspicuously of a different tech era than
Yeah,
everything else.
what are you waving that key around?
Well, and then the screens that they're watching on, that they're monitoring people on, are of a higher technological era
Yeah.
than the screens that the people in the silo have access to, right? Like those are
Totally.
old computers that they have, but those are like
Sci-fi.
more sci-fi,
tech.
sci-fi
Yeah.
flat screens. So like, my question is like, how advanced were the people who built the silos, and did they intentionally stymie it at a time period? Because like, they don't allow magnification.
Oh my God.
Like they don't allow magnification, I assume, so that you can't detect the falsehoods in the optics, or
Yeah.
so you can't. Why? I don't fully know why not. Like, but they don't want you to be able to magnify past a certain degree. Like that's
Yeah.
in the pact. So like, the people who made the silos wanted to keep people stagnant technologically in a certain period of time.
Smashing that telescope was brutal.
Yeah. The microscope.
Yeah.
And like, one assume, like, if you're giving them the benefit of the doubt, it's like, okay, are they keeping you in that time period to avoid people making nukes again or whatever caused all this?
Yeah.
Or is it just another method of control because it's like easier, like the Matrix, where it's like the human brain rejects the utopian version of this, so we just stuck you in 1999.
Yeah.
Like I guess my question is like, is the stuff Tim Robbins has access to like even more crazy future tech than the monitoring?
The
stuff?
room he went into looked pretty.
I need to
high-tech.
rewatch that room
Yeah.
again. Yeah, I gotta like frame by frame it. But
And even
like,
even Common's like control room was pretty gnarly.
yeah. So it's like, I mean, those are obviously a jump up in tech.
Yeah.
So like, the people who made this could have been like
Yeah.
way advanced.
Dude.
Perhaps not even human. Who knows? But like,
I like the chase scene in the cornfield.
yeah, that was fun. classic.
Just a great show, Isla. My God.
Yeah.
How are you going to top this? Because again, you start introducing all these questions, and there's just more pressure to pay that off.
Right.
So,
A unique spoiler mode because some group of people know the answers to all of these questions who have read the books.
maybe they changed it Game of Thrones style.
True.
I mean, Game of Thrones
Well,
ran out
no,
of books.
let's hope
but-
not that.
Well, even when Game of Thrones still had books, they changed some things.
Yeah.
That were different in the books and the show.
We'll see if they do okay with that
Yeah.
3-body problem. Even though I don't like the way that book series ends, but the Dave Weiss and Benioff are doing 3-body problem.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nothing else. Phenomenal new I guess it's not a new IP because it's based on books, but everything's based on books. Phenomenal season 1 of a new show.
Yeah.
Like I don't see how you can top this.
Loved
Apple
it.
TV really
Is fairly consistent, and
Yeah.
they don't seem to be.
it's like prestige TV.
Yeah,
It's
and
really
they
going
don't
there.
seem to be quite as like trigger happy on cancellations as
Yeah.
other places.
And I like that they do weekly.
Yeah.
Like Conversations is so nice. Like what a great show to just sit with for a week at a time.
This makes me want to go back and watch Foundation because I only watched the first episode of that.
Nice.
But there's getting a season 2 because there's a billboard
Yeah.
on my way to work for Foundation season 2.
Saving my sci-fi energy for Dune. Going
my
all in.
Dune. November 3rd.
Coming up.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Patreon.com/EasyAllies. Check it out. Bye.
Spoiler mode, final warning, spoiler mode activated.